Hello, everybody, and welcome back to my channel, Deep Tomb of Horror. I'm your host, as always, Mike, and tonight I'm going to lead you through the tomb. So go ahead and grab your lanterns, light them fuckers up, and let's get this party started. Tonight we're going to try something a little bit different, since I've done so many videos that you all are probably tired of what I'm doing. So I'm going to change it up for it. No, I'm not doing all that. I am going to give you a normal quick synopsis of a movie that I saw Monday night. And then after that, I'm going to show you some footage that was captured after I was leaving the theater. Just some impromptu questions. I wasn't expecting the impromptu questions, so they're not really deep, and I'm a goofy ass as I'm answering them. So I thought it might be something a little fun to see. After that, I'm going to give you my final thoughts on the movie after I've had a couple of days to let it all soak in and pull my thoughts together. Now, I will say that this movie I did see was part of Regal's Monday Mystery Movies, which is a nice little thing that they have. You can actually see a movie that's getting ready to release on Thursday evening, but you can actually see it on Monday, so it's like a sneak peek. The only thing is you don't know what you're going to see, so it's kind of a coin toss. Yes, it only costs $5 and not the normal $100,000 they charge for a ticket, but you get to see something new before most people will get to actually see it. Not every week they do horror movies. This week they did them. And then I think next week is also a horror movie. So I'm planning on doing another one next week. And after the movie, I'll be a little bit more planned and I can give a more thoughtful live recording. Don't get me wrong, it's not going to be live on this channel. It'll be outside of my actual room where I'm doing my normal reviews. So let's start off with the synopsis of this movie. You have 4 college kids that just graduated from college, and they're getting together for one last night ride to grab some food. They are just in the car talking about some random bullshit, nothing really that is amazing. They're talking about whether or not you would want hawks or people with guns. My hearing is terrible, and without the closed captioning that I use when I'm at home, I didn't quite catch a lot of it. It wasn't very interesting from what I did pick up. But anyways, they're having this conversation. The person is driving the car. He's just driving and he's waiting for a turn. And then as he gets pulled into the questions and gives them a little bit about a situation that he has going on in his life with a ex-girlfriend, they realize that they may have missed a turn because they've been driving for a while and the turn has not popped up. So, of course, there's bickering going on and things of that nature. And so the guy who's driving the car, he decides, you know what? Fuck it, I'm going to turn this car around and we're just going to go back and see if I missed the turn. So he does, and then he's driving back, and then all of a sudden he slams on the brakes, and it's hard to tell what's going on, but from a quick view, you can see that it looks like the road has ended. So now everybody's like, oh my God, you missed the turn, or you took the wrong turn. And he was like, I didn't take any turns. I don't know what you all are talking about. So they argue a little bit about that for a little bit. And then he decides to get outside of the car to go and check and see what's going on. Like, they're not, this should have been the entrance. This shouldn't have been the end of the road. So he gets out there and he's taking a look around. And then all of a sudden you hear some like loud banging and screaming, and then you see that these people have popped out of the woods and they're banging on the car and screaming things like, help me, and let's help us get out of here, and stuff like that. I guess it's startling. It's not necessarily scary. It's just, like I said, it's a little bit more startling. They hop back into the car and they start driving again, obviously the other direction because there's nowhere they can go any further. And they're driving the car and they're all freaked out. And a few moments later in the movie, they decide that they're going to stop again to collect their thoughts and think about what's going on. So they do. And then they determine that they're going to come back. How is this possible? Because we drove. There's no way that they could have caught up with us. But sure enough, they start running out to the car. So they hop back in the car and then they drive further down the road. Now they're all freaked out. And some time passes and then they realize that the gas needle isn't moving. I guess they talked that it's been 6 hours since they started the drive. The car should have been dead at this point in time. So they come up with a nice little way to determine how long that it is before the people on the side of the road get to the actual car, and then they determine that it's 1:20. So this goes back and forth, and they're doing this throughout the movie, and they're trying to figure out how that they could get off this road, why they drive for hours and they don't seem to get any further, why their gas isn't running out. And is it possible that they could have died and that they're in purgatory or something along that line? So that's pretty much the basis of the movie right there. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut over to some of the footage after the movie, and you can watch that. And then I'll cut back over to another little quick take of me giving another review now that I've had opportunity to soak in some of the details and give my final review for this movie. Before I get started, if you guys like this live format, or I should say candid format that happened after the movie, let me know in the comments, and then I'll do it again this coming week when I go see the next mystery horror movie.
What was the title?
It Ends.
And what'd you think?
Well, I don't...
It ended.
It did. It definitely ended. I don't know. It's hard to call that really, to me, that doesn't feel like a horror movie. It's like they tossed in some, like, not zombies, but like just loud screaming people that are in like panic mode that are wanting to get out. So I'm like, but other than that, it's really not like a...
Felt long to me.
It did, but I think that was a lot to do with them being in the car for so long, and maybe that's the point of them. That it's like you get that same feeling that they do, that existential dread, because the road just keeps on going and it doesn't.
So if you were gonna give it a rating, 1 the worst, 10 the best, would you give it?
I would.
Would you recommend it as well?
I would say I'm thinking like maybe. What's that? Oh, I'm thinking like maybe a 6.
Really?
Yeah.
That good.
That's not good.
It's above a 5. 5 would be 50%.
Well, I mean, like the acting was good and the dialogue was good, but it didn't really feel like you didn't get a lot of answers. Like,
no.
Yeah, so it was just like they didn't give you enough clues to really make you like. I mean, I guess they did because they talked about like the purgatory stuff, but
did they?
Yeah, they talked about the purgatory.
Oh.
Yeah.
Are you sure that wasn't me that brought it up?
No. They talked about it in the movie. Like that could be in purgatory. How does purgatory end? So I guess you could take that information and say they were in purgatory. But
would you recommend it?
Not in the theaters. No. I mean, you'd have to watch it at home, and I guess it also could be kind of a bummer too. So. Yeah, because like it's kind of like a. Like allegory of life. It's just like you just keep on going until you decide you're done.
Yeah, that's
and then
true.
That's when people were just like, okay, I can't do this anymore, so that isn't how I want to live. So then they end it.
I felt like it didn't hold my attention the whole way through, which isn't saying a lot. I have ADD, but like I kept drifting off and thinking about other stuff because like it just didn't really hold my interest.
Yeah, because I mean, there wasn't a lot going on.
It could have been a TV show.
It could have been.
Episode.
Could have been a Twilight Zone episode, 30 minutes and out, maybe an hour.
Yeah, that's true. All right. Till the next one.
Hey, welcome back, everybody, and I hope you enjoyed my little impromptu review right after the movie. In the background, if you see over here, over there. In the background, if you see my little dachshund running around, his name's Snape. And he decided he wanted to be in my video tonight. So everybody, Snape, everybody. So anyways, back to the review. And it's been a couple of days since I saw the movie, so I had some time to think about how I felt about the movie. I think the movie had a lot of things going for it. I liked the premises. There was a movie probably, I don't know, 15 years ago or something along that line. I think it was called Dead End. It had, at least it felt like a similar plot. And I really, really enjoyed that movie because it has a payoff. So we'll start with the pros of what I liked about the movie is I liked the atmosphere. I liked the setting. The actors, I think they did a pretty good job. The dialogue when they were having conversations was okay. I think maybe if I was 10, 15 years younger, who am I kidding? Probably like 20 years younger, then I'd probably like it a little bit more. But I think probably what killed it for me in this movie, and I wouldn't say killed it like I thought this movie was trash or anything like that, but what I think actually killed it for me was the fact that there was really no payoff in the movie. It's like they're driving down this road and they're in the car, and we find out that they can drive hundreds, thousands, of millions of miles, and they don't run out of gas. The car doesn't break down. They don't have to go to the bathroom, things of that nature. So, what does that mean exactly? I mean, are they in purgatory? I mean, they do allude to it in their conversation, or is something stranger going on? You're not going to be told what's going on, so it's going to be left up for you to decide. So what happened to the characters after they got out of the car? Did they just stay in the same place forever? Do they go lay in the grass and they're just there? So is the last character driving the car, is he ever going to stop driving? What's going to happen? There's really no payoff. So that to me is what killed the movie for me, and kept the rating pretty low. I get, like, a little bit of leeway to determine what happened at the end, such as like Inception, where they have the little spinning top and it kind of wobbles and then corrects itself. So you're like, wait, are they still in a dream? I think something along that line would have been nice, where you got most of your answers, but there could have been a little something at the end that would have just been like, and then that gives you an opportunity to think about it. But when I have to think about what happened to everybody and everything in the movie and not really having a clear answer, it's like, my brain's 46 years old now. It doesn't want to crunch all those numbers and come up with its own decision. Sometimes it likes to be spoon fed a little bit. I did see online that people were liking this movie, so that's cool. I mean, it's nice to see that there are these high review horror movies that are out there now and people are enjoying them and they want to put money into them. I just think that this one just wasn't for me. I didn't feel scared at any point in time. I was startled one time whenever they first showed the people rush the car, and after that the scares were gone. I mean, they figured out how to basically completely avoid the people bum rushing the car, and then it was just basically who's going to give up and get out of the car next. I mean, that's what it came down to. So, no gore, no brutality or anything like that. Overall, I'm going to stick with my 6 out of 10 on this one. Is it terrible? No, it's not terrible. Is it fantastic? It's absolutely not fantastic either. However, it is something that was able to keep my attention for the whole runtime. However, I just wanted more answers than I got. Should you see this one in the theaters? I think for the most part, you could probably just wait for this to be video on demand. I think this would be something that you could enjoy at home. You can, like, if you're hard of hearing like me, you can utilize your subtitles, maybe get a little bit more of the story that way. You can pause and think about stuff if you wanted to. So I'd say a solid watch at home. But if you just got money burning a hole in your pocket and you need to go see a new horror movie, then by all means go see it. I think you might have a good time. So anyways, I'm going to wrap it up for today. I plan on going to the next horror mystery movie on Monday. So if you guys like the little impromptu review after the movie, but you'd like to see it a little bit more fleshed out, just go ahead and put a comment down there in the comments and let me know. And if people seem to like it and want a little bit more, then I'll spend a little bit more time with it. So also don't forget to subscribe and like the video, and please share some love in the comment section. I'd like to hear your guys' thoughts. For people who did see the movie, what you thought about it. Do you totally disagree with me? I mean, it's possible, right? I've been wrong once. That's what I've been told. Anyways, guys, thanks for going through the tomb with me. You're out safe and you can extinguish your lanterns now. Until the next video, have a wonderful day.